So next up, podcast listeners, the short squeeze is like the Capitol siege. That's right. Former SEC Commissioner Laura Unger says the short squeeze is just like what happened in the Capitol. We'll explain both, but first up, here is her clip.
It really puts a lot of question about the integrity of the market, right? And it really kind of, everybody's scratching their heads over this. What should happen? What is the right thing to do to control this or stop this? Not unlike what we saw on January 6th at the Capitol, right? If you don't have the police in there at the right time, things go a little crazy. And that's kind of feels like what's happening with this. Much different, much lesser degree. It's financial harm, not personal bodily harm. But certainly that's the same kind of platform created frenzy that people are operating under. And these are very trying times.
Funny how she doesn't say that about the hedge funds. She says that about all of the Reddit users who, of course, engaged in the short squeeze. So who is Laura Unger? Unger joined the CIT board, it's a bank board, in January of 2010 and also serves as board member for CIT Bank. She served as commissioner of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, from November 97 to February of 2002, including an acting chairperson of the SEC from August 2001. Subsequently, she served as a regulatory expert for cable business news channel CNBC. Before being appointed to the SEC, Unger served as counsel to the United States Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs. The point is, she knows what she's talking about, and she should know better. But nonetheless, what did she say? Oh, she said, well, it's just like 9/11, what the Reddit guys did, meaning that the Reddit guys went out and they bought, of course, stock in GameStop. And what did they do? They made a lot of money, and they engaged in the short squeeze in doing so and really put the screws to the hedge funds, which is hysterical. But according to her, Laura Unger, what they did was the equivalent of 9/11. Oh my gosh, because the hedge funds actually had to borrow money to stay solvent. I mean, it's hysterically funny. And what else did this rot? What did the Reddit guys also do? Well, you have to listen to this. So the Reddit guys used Robinhood as their app and as their platform to be able to buy all the stocks. So they used Robinhood, they bought the stocks, and they drove up the value of the stock. Well, Google has deleted thousands of negative Robinhood app reviews because after the short squeeze, Robinhood decided that, you know what, all of you guys out there who are using our app, we're going to not allow you to buy any more stock like this, like GameStop, because if you do, that's going to actually hurt the hedge funds, which are really our customers, not you. So Google deleted thousands of the negative Robinhood app reviews. And this is in CNN. It says, get this, Google appeared to remove nearly 100,000 negative reviews for the Robinhood app after outraged investors bombarded the stock trading startup with complaints. Amateur traders urged each other online to leave negative reviews for the app in the Google Play Store after Robinhood froze trading on shares of GameStop and other stocks whose prices have exploded this week. The campaign appeared to work. Robinhood's Android app had a 1-star rating based on nearly 275,000 reviews on Thursday, according to a screenshot captured by 9to5 Google. But that number had fallen to just over 176,000 by midday Friday, as Google apparently purged the bad reviews, bringing Robinhood's rating back up to nearly 4 stars. Google said it removes reviews under policies that prohibit users from manipulating an app's average star rating. The tech titan says it has long-standing systems in place to detect abuse of the review system, including reviews that are coordinated or inorganic, regardless of their content. Can you imagine Google saying, well, it's inorganic? I mean, this is a company that writes algorithms to be able to tell you, and you get to see what they want you to see. And they're saying, well, we want it to be organic. There's nothing organic about what Google does. But nonetheless, they decided to delete hundreds of thousands of negative reviews of Robinhood, which is really corrupt. And I'm not really sure I completely and fully understand why they think they can get away with that. But other than the fact that, of course, they're a monopoly themselves, where else are you going to go? But this does bring up the issue is, what is it about controlling speech that seems to be working its way into our democracy, right? And that's really kind of the issue here. You have to wonder who's really in charge. Are the hedge funds in charge? Or is it the little guy that's in charge? Are the millennials in charge or are the hedge funds in charge? Is Google in charge of what you get to read or see or believe? Or are we the people in charge? And we've talked about this many times, but nonetheless, this is going to continue. It's not going to stop. And what I think is hysterical is millennials, of all people, are this huge generation. They're a generational segment in our country, this huge generation that is challenging the status quo. And I love it. I love it. There is hope for our country if they keep doing that. And that is, of course, the good old short squeeze is like the Capitol siege.